this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Skirt right off on the curb.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Hagan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ready, break.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Hagan. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Off play action. Hagan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hagan to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Shedding the tackle. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
We got 4.
Operating from the gun, Mullins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
This is Starks to start the drive. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, 20, touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 93 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They come in as a 3 seed, and this will very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this one. But while they wanted one of those top 2 spots, they're still in a pretty good position.
They are, and let's face it, any team that gets into the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned, they're in a good position because they're doing what the rest of the league wants. A lot of people are sitting at home watching them, but you made a good point. Everyone is vying for one of the top 2 spots. You get an opening, you get a week off, don't have to play that opening week, and then you get a chance to collect yourself and see how everything else falls. But all in all, number 3 spot, they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, maybe they get a win here and get some momentum. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mullins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, So what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, you got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. We got to create them. Get so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in those meetings. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Throwing to start the drive. Hagan. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to a controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week. And that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you. Check it back, check it back.
From the gun, Hagan is going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Yeah. Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throw left side complete. It's Chapman. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, He might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robertson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's go.
A run here for starts. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Hagan, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run on 1st down. Chapman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. To throw on 3rd down. Mullins. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. $10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down. Mullins over the middle, complete. It's Chapman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On first down, Hagan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. Starts. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
70, Indy. First down, Houston. Ready?
Off the play fake. Hagan. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And it's a touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
And might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he's got his man on the out route. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On second down, it's Chapman. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Mullins. He's going to air. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Mullins. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this up. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Go now. 18 Gator.
What's the run? They're running it.
Put up. Put up.
Starks. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Starks, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. What twist?
Off play action. Hagan. He'll buy some time right. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. Starks. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 2nd down. Starks. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd and 2, Hagan. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun. Mullins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Check three.
On 2nd down now. It's Chapman, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wild card game. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustment.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
You see me? They can't stop me.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Mullins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Chapman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
91.
off the play fake. Mullins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Throwing on first down. Mullins. And a quick throw here that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Got it.
951. Coming to you.
On first down, it's Chapman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
70.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chapman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after up and good. And the lead is up to 8. That time a 9-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, Hagan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 2nd down, it's Chapman. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Set, 50, play.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey,
Deep dribble.
To throw on 3rd down, Mullins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chapman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st and 10, Mullins. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. They'll run on first down. Chapman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Off play action. Mullins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Mullins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
2nd and 4. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hagan. And he comes back with one complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Throwing on first down. Hagan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Hagan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Mullins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down now. It's Chapman, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Mullins, open is Powell. That's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, it's Chapman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Hagan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down, Houston.
On 1st and 10, Hagan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try and run with their fullback. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. They're going to run. It starts. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They can't stop the franchise.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Mullins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Offense.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Mullins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hagan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 26, check 26.
On 4th down, Hagan. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hagan out in the flat for starts. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 5. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Looking to throw. Hagan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miles. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again, Hagan. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly. An unsuccessful attempt at the 2-point conversion, and it was a triple option play, and they chose option 1, handing it to the fullback, and that's not normal.
And sometimes you just miss your read key, right?
Yeah, I think so, and sometimes they actually call that, thinking that maybe everyone will bypass the fullback going out to the tailback or the quarterback, but in this case, they overwhelmed him and stopped him.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Chapman. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They run the counter. It's Chapman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.